There's no gatekeepers, but we keep seeing the same people open the gate. Didn't Kevin open the gate and let Tiffany in? And he now opening it up for, don't such and such open the gate? What do you mean ain't no gatekeepers? There's 100 gates out here. Everyone I've seen got a keeper. If you a gay person and you in there, put some other gay people on. Put somebody on. Or don't be wondering why people keep saying gatekeepers. Because clearly, y'all are keeping these gates. Clearly.
Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There is a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. And the prize is the soul. So just be careful. Be very careful. Thank you.
Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole giving you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on what time you are watching this live. Hello, crew. How are you doing? Hope all is well. Yes, that moment with Prince, it touched my heart because when I tell you he was definitely a thinker. And I think for a very long time, he knew where this world was going and where the music industry was going. And I definitely wanted to show those two things. Interesting enough that Cat and Prince were really good friends. And they're both little short men who have the biggest souls and hearts, and they're not afraid to speak their mind. So yeah, definitely RIP to the purple one. He is so missed. I am so blessed to have experienced both Prince, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston. Like, that was my childhood. I feel sorry for this generation today. I really do. But with that being said, let me see who is in the building. Let's see here. We have Aspen. We have Nene. We have Tashonda. We have Jay. Jay, for some reason, I knew you was going to be in here tonight. I just knew it. I felt it. Shayla. Hey, Shayla, girl. Indigo, how you doing? Yuli, what's up? What's up, baby girl Dixon, aka Mimi? How are you guys doing tonight? And you know, if I can just be honest, let me just start off by saying this. I have never been a big psychotic fan of anyone. The only people when I was young, when I was a little girl, the Jacksons, you know, people like that. But I've never been able to look at another human being and act as if they can't do anything wrong. And there is also a good side to someone and a bad side to someone. With that being said, I have definitely been chewed out throughout the years, giving my opinion on situations and feeling the discernment and feeling things and seeing things that just don't feel right to me. And of course, I was labeled a hater. You know, people get really upset, you know, because people love to idol worship. And I'm not that chick. When I did do that, I was very young. But sadly, people my age, people older, they truly idolize people. Okay. And so with that being said, I like to give a balanced perspective. And I feel that people in my crew understand that we don't have to agree. We can still agree to disagree and still respect each other, and it's still love at the end of the day. And I am hoping that this is what this chat will be about. And for those who may not agree, it is what it is, as long as you're respectful. And if you're not respectful, you'll just get removed. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, the Super Bowl happened yesterday. And if I can be honest, I didn't watch it. Okay. I did not watch it. Yes, I'm from Cali. You know, of course, there was a Cali team in the Super Bowl, but I just didn't watch it. And I honestly did not watch. I saw clips of Usher's halftime show yesterday, but of course they wait a couple of hours or literally like the next day to actually put it on the internet. But I started to notice immediately after his halftime performance, of course, I saw people saying, "Oh, Usher killed it. Usher did it. Blah, 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 blah." And I'm like, I don't put it past that Usher would kill it. Usher has always been an amazing performer and he has an amazing catalog. Okay. So I wasn't shocked by that. So of course I saw that, but then I don't even think it was an hour later. I started seeing Beyonce wrong as hell for taking Usher's moment. Beyonce said, "Nope, it ain't about you, Usher." Beyonce said, and I said, now what in the hell does Beyonce have to do with this? I'm just like, you guys was just saying Usher was killing it. Why is Beyonce's name coming into it? Now, mind you, Taylor Swift was there at the Super Bowl. So a lot of people are talking about Taylor Swift because I think her boyfriend plays for the Chiefs. But I'm like, what the hell does Beyonce have to do with this? So first things first, let's just talk about Usher's performance, all right? So Usher's performance, I saw it finally. I think he did an amazing job. There were some people who didn't say that he did an amazing job. I mean, that's their opinion. People were saying it felt rushed. I think Usher was truly trying to give a medley of his hits, and he still didn't do all of his hits, okay? He definitely tried to squeeze as many hits in as he possibly could, which is why they were very like short snippets. But I must say, I just felt the party vibes. Like, to me, it gave me the nostalgia of my teenage years. I grew up with Usher. I was literally like, this is like the concert you want to go to. Like, you want to party, you want to reminisce. To me, it gave me that, okay? Usher still looks the same that he looked 10, 15 years ago. Body is still tight. He was definitely on point. The skating part was absolutely amazing. I would have fell and busted my ass. I cannot believe they were all skating in sync and literally was dancing in the process. Thought that was definitely amazing. Like, Usher has definitely been an entertainer his whole entire life. Alicia Keys, the notes were not noting. It sounded like she was about to yodel at one point. I don't know what it is with Alicia Keys, but it seems like once she married Swift Beats or Swiss Beats, whatever the hell his name is, it just kind of went downhill from there. I don't know what happened. I don't know if maybe she has a condition that we're not aware of, but she definitely was not hitting all of her notes. There are some people who can do live vocals at the Super Bowl and other people cannot. And I think they should have did a pre-recorded vocal with Alicia. But the problem is Usher was singing live. He was literally singing live and dancing. So that was another thing I gave him props for, because a lot of the people at the Super Bowl don't sing live. As much as they say that they do not. I like the fact that Usher did do a collab with his Super Bowl. Some people just wanted to be about them. He had Alicia Keys, he had her, he had Ludacris, will.i.am, he had Little John, he even had JD, which, did y'all peep his socks? Did y'all see that he had them damn Easter socks that we used to wear back in the day with the patent leather shoes and the little ruffle socks? I don't know what the hell he had on. I guess he was trying to give Usher vibes because it was Usher, but no. But with that being said, still, yes, he looked like a pilgrim. It almost kind of gave me the vibes of the Wizard of Oz, like, we represent the lollipop guild, the lollipop. That's what it was giving me. I was just like, what is going on here? But it was still an amazing show. And it was a party. Had a good time. And you guys remember to hit the like button on the way in. So with that being said, I knew, okay? Hey, Teef, I knew. Hey, Val, I'm sorry, I'm talking. Hey, you guys. I knew. I was like, okay, he did his thing. But then Beyonce's name started popping up. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So Beyonce ended up doing a commercial for the Super Bowl. All right. She did a commercial. And honestly, I thought the commercial was actually kind of like funny, quirky or whatever the case may be, and almost kind of represented her personality, that she really is trying to dominate and just take over everything. It was like a nice play on that, I suppose. But then she makes an announcement that she is literally about to drop another album. And I guess this is about to be a country album. And I guess it's going to be Renaissance Part 2. All right. Hey, Ruby. So I literally saw a mix of emotions. The first thing I saw was people was like, she could have waited. Like, that was Usher's moment. Why in the hell did she have to snub him and overstep? And I see that you're saying that, Yuli. Like, why did she have to overstep? I saw that. Then I started to see that even some of her fans was like, damn, you just got off a tour. Now you about to hit us with another album and potentially another tour. Like, we trying to recoup from your tour that you just had not even a couple of months ago. All right. So here's the thing. A lot of people started talking about that she snubbed Usher. And when you have a lot of people who are posting and saying the same thing and making videos of it, it's simply because this is just not the first time that she's been accused of doing stuff like this. And if y'all want to keep it real, damn it, let's keep it real. It's real night tonight. It's real night all the time on the crew. But let's just be honest here. This is not her first time being passive aggressive with allegedly snubbing other artists and making it about her. Now, I know people were saying also she gonna have people who are hive-minded, who are just gonna automatically worship her no matter what she does. I know people were saying that it's good marketing. But here's my thing. Y'all, I'm saying y'all hypothetically, I'm not saying people on this chat, but y'all claim Beyonce is the best of all best. She's the GOAT of this generation. The audacity that some have said she's the Michael Jackson of this generation. And I'm sorry, that will never happen. For those who really remember Michael Jackson in his heyday, there will never be another Michael Jackson in the phenomenon that he created. But if you claim all of that, that means she can drop and make an announcement whenever she wants to, and she's still going to get the same hype. Not saying she couldn't do the commercial. The commercial was fine. But at the end of the day, why couldn't you do the commercial? You know, the Super Bowl commercials and the vibes about the Super Bowl in general are going to carry on for a couple of days. Why couldn't you at least just do the commercial and then a couple days later drop that you were going to do your album? Why couldn't you do that? So this is why a lot of people are saying, was it possibly snubbing Usher? Well, why the hell wouldn't it not be that? It's not like she hasn't done it before. And this is why I wanted to start off with the snippets I had with Kat and Prince about gatekeepers and don't let the internet control you, because I don't think people realize how much gatekeeping goes on. And how we used to have an industry that you had a plethora of people who were in R&B, who were in pop, and now you literally have gatekeepers where it's only one or two. And now, in my opinion, it seems to me that the small group of people who are the gatekeepers are now about to go against each other. All right. Now, with that being said, let's talk about this moment, because I didn't even watch the Grammys. When I tell y'all, I understand I'm a content creator, but I just can't do reality shows. Hell, I can't do those barely either no more. I can't do award shows anymore. Award shows used to be the biggest thing in my world when I was younger. Now they're like, hell no, I don't have time for this. But we all know at least that Taylor Swift got Album of the Year. And I think this is her 4th Album of the year. Here's the thing about this, Ruby. I don't care about these bees being violent. We are adults over here. And my thing is this. I'm starting to notice that maybe, just maybe, a lot of people are starting to get the wool and the gloss over their eyes and starting to see some of this stuff. Because when I was looking, you had some who still just have that warped mind, but a lot of people was like, really? And don't get it twisted, you still not gonna win album of the year. People were like, she is truly doing too much. And I was shocked. I was like, there seems to be a shift and people really not falling for the okie doke anymore. So Taylor Swift does album, she gets album of the year. And during her album of the year speech, if I'm not mistaken, she announced that she was also going to have a new album. Mind you, she also just got off a tour, okay? But she announced on that stage that she has a new album coming out. And I think her album comes out in April. So was this a moment for Beyonce to make everything that happened from the Grammys situation to even the Usher situation about her? Yeah. I don't see why people don't think that's not possible. Like, you're Beyonce. You don't need marketing. Your name in itself should be marketing. So, okay, it's a great marketing thing, but I think it's beyond marketing at this point. I just really, in my opinion, feel like she is someone who does not allow people to have their moment. And let's talk about people who say, well, it's everybody can have their shine. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, can get the spotlight. Well, if that's the case, then why does it seem like everyone doesn't get the spotlight then? If that is the case and it's room for everyone, why isn't there really room for everyone? So when people say that, I'm like, that's great. That's a great thing to say. But when it all boils down to it, why is there only certain people getting the room while other people are not? And so I think to a certain extent, in my opinion, she was snubbing Usher, but I also think she was snubbing Taylor Swift. You know what I'm saying? Like, I also think she was snubbing her. Now, here's the thing. I think somebody said that Taylor Swift is a gatekeeper too. I mean, I've heard that. But here's the thing. Let's just say they're both on an even playing field as gatekeepers. The problem is, from what we've seen, Taylor Swift seems to be unproblematic. She doesn't seem to beef with anyone. We all remember our first introduction, at least in the urban world, our introduction to her is when Kanye interrupted her speech, but she seems to be unproblematic. And from my understanding, she is someone who literally writes her own material and produces her own material. And I remember I talked to you guys about that, about album of the year. And honestly, like that, I think that's a big part on people truly, how much is the artist really contributing to the album to give them album of the year. So let's just say both of them are on the same level of gatekeeper. At this point, it seems like the gatekeepers are going against the gatekeepers. Because at this point, you can't you can't tell me that Beyonce is not coming for Taylor Swift. And I'm sorry, but for her to have this country album, I don't know, y'all. I understand she from Texas. I understand apparently, I think she did do like a country song on the Lemonade album. But in my opinion, it's giving a little desperate. It's given a little, I'm going to put myself in every category so I can get as many awards that I want and that I would like to have so I can keep adding on my trophies and hopefully can get album of the year. And because let's be clear, I don't know any Black woman who's been successful in the country category. I know K. Michelle has been trying to do country. But no one has. And I think she wants to be able to say she was the first. You know, Beyonce's about titles. You know what I'm saying? Like she's about titles. And I just wanted to have this conversation because it's like, at what point is it just too much? At what point is it just too much? Like, Beyonce has some of the most loyal and yet psychotic fans I have ever seen in my life. She's constantly touring, she constantly has an album. As far as I see it, even her husband making his statements at the Grammy, all of that was a chess move and calculated. You're not going to be able to convince me that he said that because he knew she was going to have this big coming out about her new album. They said even her outfit was representing her album. This was all calculated and planned. My thing is this: I'm all for ambition. I'm all for being the best that you can be. But when you have to screw over other people, especially other fellow Black artists such as yourself, when we know how difficult it is, when you have to literally do that to lift yourself up, that's when I have a problem with it. That's when I have a problem with it. But here's the thing about that, Val, it's the war of marketing. The way that they make it seem, Beyonce don't need marketing. Y'all know, y'all done heard that Beyonce, it's Beyonce, it's Beyonce. Well, if it's so much Beyonce, Beyonce doesn't need to do all of that to make herself stand out. She is the standout. She is the clout. So if that's the case, why do you have to take someone else to shine? And I truly think that there's a level of insecurities there, because if you truly know you're that talented, there's nothing wrong with healthy competition. And if you lose in one situation, you'll come back and do even better. Like, there's nothing wrong. Hell, Prince and Michael Jackson had a healthy competition. Some said it was a bit tension between the two, but did either one of them try to destroy each other's career or completely snub their moment back when they were both in their prime? Yeah, I don't remember that. I don't. I do not remember that. And then also, because I'm ready. I'm ready for those to say they support each other. Knock it off. They're friends. Let me tell y'all something about the art of war. The art of war. There's a saying that we have heard for before we were even born. You keep your friends close and your enemies closer. And I'm not saying that she sees her as an enemy in a sense of, what I'm saying is, when you are trying to get what someone else has, the way that you play it cool, like you don't try to play in that situation like you coming at them hateful or you coming at them like they're your enemy. You come at them nice and sweet, like you're there to support them. You don't come like you hate them. But that doesn't mean that low key there may be some jealousy there that this girl has won 4 album of the years. I think she's won 4. And people can say all day long that Beyonce is about women empowerment. Y'all want my opinion? Beyonce is about women empowerment for her. The empowerment of her, and maybe the empowerment of those she can make a coin off of. But I wanted to purposely put out there what Kat said in the beginning: put someone on. And if you're not putting someone on, don't sit up there and get mad when people say gatekeepers. Let me ask y'all this: who has Beyonce helped and put on without her making a coin off of them? I'll wait. And I'm waiting in the chat. Who has Beyonce put on that she's not making a coin off of? I'll wait. I will wait. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Let me see. Yeah, I haven't either. Oh, I think I responded to you, Ruby. Yeah, I see that. Yes, she did. SZA was robbed. My thing is, and you know what? The true artists aren't getting the awards anymore. I think people have kind of figured that out. Whatever so often you'll get the true artists who do. And from my understanding, I haven't heard Taylor Swift be known for, stealing people's work. She writes her own stuff. I have not heard that she's done anything like that. If you have heard that or that she's nice, nasty behind the scenes, by all means, please let me know. I am not lifting one above the other. I'm just simply looking at this from a different point of view instead of just worshiping someone. It's just too many coincidences where you have so many people saying Beyonce snubbed Usher, because we've had so many examples of not only her, but her husband allegedly doing this in a very passive aggressive way. Let's not forget that when Nas has been coming out with some of his latest stuff, who will follow right behind him to make it be about him? Remember, Jay-Z would sit up there and actually put something out when Nas put something out. My thing is, what is the problem between Roc Nation and Taylor Swift? A competitive probably issue. I don't know. B is being shoved down our throats. It's been like that though. I think it's been like that. Taylor isn't extra. Beyonce sees Taylor Swift as a threat. I'm starting to think she sees every woman as a threat. She wants to be the last one standing. And again, healthy competition is good, but in my opinion, I'm about healthy competition. See, I don't mind other people doing what I'm doing, because to me, that keeps me creative on my end, being original, making me better. Healthy competition is good. When you have no competition, your wins are hollow. And I think Pose even said that. What's good of winning a trophy when I had no competition? I'm a firm believer that I want the best of the best that I'm up against. And if I don't win it this time, I'm going to do my damnness to make sure that I get it the next time so I can prove that I'm the best. That's healthy competition. But not to sit up there and do grimy stuff like snubbing people, allegedly. Jack of trades, master of none. Worse than Nicki fans. Yeah, you got a point. These country music fans weren't receptive at all when Beyonce performed at the Country Music Award years ago. Yeah, but I think in her mind, in her team's mind, even if she gets one Grammy in a country category, she's made history. And that's what it's all about. Getting the history of, I was able to get this award. She wants to be able to say that. And the thing is, if she can't get album of the year, she wants to be able to get in a category that a Black person hasn't been able, or a Black woman hasn't been able to win. Beyonce has been a bit too much to me. Yeah, a lot of people feel that way, and it's okay to feel that way. It's also okay if you're on my page and you're a big Beyonce fan. That's okay too. You're more than welcome to come in the chat or in the comments and give your opinion on things, as long as it's respectful. See, some of y'all have this switch in your heads that you feel like someone has attacked God or your mother when someone doesn't agree with just worshiping everything Beyonce. It's the war of marketing. I think I saw that, Val. Do you think Beyonce would have been this big if Aaliyah and Selena were alive? I don't think so. A lot of people said that if Aaliyah was still alive. But here's the thing, and I'm going to get into this. Let's talk about some other people that just happenstance was killing it, then all of a sudden disappeared. Because I remember 2001, 2, and 3 to me was like the best years for Black women in R&B. You had A. Marie with her classic album. You had Ashanti with her classic album. And you had Beyonce's Dangerously in Love. All of those albums were solid albums. My personal opinion, I loved A. Marie and Ashanti's album. I blasted those albums back and forth at that time. I literally did everything. Like, it was like almost every day I played those albums. And both of them very talented. We all know Ashanti's pen game is no joke. She has even written for other artists. But these women who were at a point where they were at the top of their game, Ashanti even had like, I think the most I think she got 500,000 copies sold the first week. And as like a first artist, a first album, I think that was the first ever that someone has ever done that. And these women now, they're around, but they haven't been able to get half of what they wanted, in my opinion, when it came to their career. The same people saying it's not that deep, but if Rihanna would have announced she was dropping new music on a big night for Beyonce, people would be mad. Exactly. Just like when Rihanna got the Vanguard Award. Y'all remember that? When Rihanna got the Vanguard Award and who performed that night, and it became about Beyonce versus Rihanna, so much so that Drake went up there and was trying to make it about Rihanna again because it was her night. Y'all remember that? In my opinion, Selena would be more popular than Taylor and Beyonce. Yes, they was trying to make her the new Gloria Estefan. They're using that 48 Laws of Power. I read that book all the time. Yeah, The Art of War. Yeah. I believe so. She wasn't mad when Kanye stole Taste Moment years ago. I think she did that just because she was worried about what people would think. But low-key, I think she felt like she was happy he did it because she felt like that Taylor Swift didn't deserve that award. Beyonce said, I'm going to play their game. You want skinny and blonde Washington. No one. So you asked my question about who has she put on that she wasn't putting the coin in her own pocket. Right. She's making money. Exactly. So we can't use a Chloe or a Haley Bailey because she's making money off of them. She got a contract. I think the management contract and stuff on them. She signed them. Taylor is a beast with a pen. I've heard that. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying that based off of, what I've seen, but also being out here in La La Land, I have heard that. She is truly a creator. She truly puts pen to paper and she will write a song from beginning to end. Taylor's music is not my taste, but she is a good songwriter. Beyonce's scared she falling off. See, the thing is though, Jay, Beyonce, if you really look at the last 20 or 30 years, well, she ain't been 30. The last 20 years, these things have been rumored about Beyonce for a very long time. I'm just thinking now people are tired of it and people are starting to see it, okay? And one person who really bust the door open, let's talk about my girl Khalees. Let's talk about her. And Beyonce is dropping a hair care line. Beyonce seen Kanye drop and now she wants to drop. You're so silly. I will say I like the 2 songs Beyonce dropped. Faith Evans. Who? You ain't saying Beyonce put Faith Evans on, right? Do you think Tracy Chapman's success with country music was a motivator for her trying country music? Well, a country music artist did a remake of her song. I forgot about Tracy Chapman. Tracy Chapman did win a Grammy in the country category, didn't she? Didn't she, Nene? Somebody look that up for me. I forgot about Tracy Chapman. I did. Yes, let's talk about A. Carey Hilson. I ain't even got to Carey Hilson. I'm convinced she got them blackballed because they were doing their thing. But let's talk about Khalees. Because remember, Khalees a couple years ago when Beyonce's Renaissance album came out, I think I don't know when Renaissance came out. And remember, her stuff was sampled. And she definitely put it out there and she wasn't afraid. That Leo energy was big Leo energy and she wasn't afraid to speak her mind. And she said, it's, the principle of it all. But she also said, look, I'm about women empowerment and I'm not just saying it, I'm about it. And Beyonce knows mutual people. She could have easily called me. I just don't preach about women empowerment. I am women empowerment. I'm about it and I support fellow women. She said that a couple years ago, and there were a lot of people who were supporting her and liking what she said, even Beyonce fans. And I think a lot of people who are Beyonce fans are starting to say, look, I love Beyonce. I love her music, but at this point, we tired of pretending that something in the buttermilk ain't clean. that something ain't clean in this situation. And then let's not forget this beautiful girl right here. She was also a strong songwriter, good singer, and a beautiful woman. What made me wonder if that full package was what was intimidating. Now, let them tell it was because of the diss song that she did. But my whole thing is this: where do we get to a point where even if you may not like someone, that gives every right for someone to allegedly block your career, where you can't make a living in what you love to do? And that's a problem that I have. My thing is this: in music, a lot of people do they shade and they subtle beef. But it should never get to the point where you blocking someone's passion and what they're good at just because they may not kiss your ass. And she was another one who was up and coming and her songs was hitting and then she fell off. Wait, not falling. I don't know what you're talking about, T. Wait, not falling off. Never. No, I meant the R&B album from 2000, Faith. Oh, underrated. Yeah, a lot of artists are definitely underrated. Tracy Chapman won Songwriter of the Year at the Country Music Awards. Not sure about the Grammys this year, but I know Luke Combs remaking Fast Car got Tracy paid. Yeah, I forgot about. Thank you for reminding me, Nene. I totally forgot about Tracy Chapman. And you guys hit the like button on the way in. And I'm sure there's going to be some Beyonce Beehive stands that's just going to hit the thumbs down. God bless you. It is what it is. We can all have a healthy conversation. It is what it is. Carrie is very talented and a good actress, unlike Beyonce. That is the reason Cat Williams was saying, why not let the talent speak for themselves? Exactly. You better preach, Yuli. Because if you're truly talented, let it speak for itself. If you truly have faith in your capabilities, let it speak for itself. But this is just showing how cutthroat this industry is. And everybody that's smiling in your face doesn't mean that they're really there to support you. Doesn't mean that they're really there to support you. We know that in our everyday lives. And then you're dealing with an industry that comes about fame and notoriety and money. Yeah. People who are trying to attack you a lot of times, they don't come as your enemy, they come as your friends. I think 2024, a lot of things are coming to light. You better say that again, Val. Yeah, they are. And my whole thing is, I think we need a shift. Anybody who has discernment and as an empath understands that for years we have truly seen a dark shift in this world. Lack of humanity, dark. It's just been a lot. And I am hoping and praying that 2024 is a shift back into light, back into truth, because it just seems like everybody just believes what they see and they hear. No one questions anything. It's just like people are walking zombies. They are. I like Beyonce, but I'm too poor to be a true fan because, baby, between Ivy Park and those ticket prices, I could never. You know what's so crazy? I honestly, I remember when Destiny Child first came out. I liked them, but as soon as Riders on the Wall came out, there was a shift, and I saw that shift, and I said, they are pushing her to be the forefront, even if she deserves it or not. But when you have your mother and your father doing everything with the group, they were going to push her to be the forefront. I've never been one to really go to her concerts. I've gotten free tickets to go to her concerts, going into suites and everything. And I was just like, no, I'm cool. I've just never been one to like, I got to go to a Beyonce concert. But then again, I'm not like that with a lot of artists today. Like there's only certain artists I'll see. Carrie who? Huh? T, what are you talking about? Oh, Carrie Hilson. Okay, yeah, I think you say it's not Hilton, it's Hilson. I think that's what, and it's probably the typo. This hive don't got enough honey over here or combs. Oh gosh, I gotta love my brother. Yes, I've been praying to God the next lifetime to make me a tree. Humanity is ruined. Child, when I tell you, especially people who are people with, they're empaths and they have that discernment. You can feel that shift. I think that's why Cat Williams got so many views on his interview, because people are ready for truth. They tired of the BS. They tired of the lies. We've been getting fed so many lies. It's like people want to hear truth. People want to hear, even if it doesn't sound sweet, they rather for people to just speak truth. Even in TV and movies, there are gatekeepers. It's so sad because we are missing out on incredible talent. You better say that again, Val. You better say that again. And you know what's interesting is that you have had people out there time and time again said, whoever makes the better puppet. You get higher if you're the better puppet. And if you're willing to do whatever, you get higher up. Yeah, I know what you mean, Shayla. I know what you mean. Now, wait a minute now, Shayla. You're saying Carrie, my bags to the Hilton is a better actress? Oh, Lord. Here we go. Carrie did. She did. She did have some hits, and she was a writer. She wrote, I believe, for other artists as well. You know what I mean? And it's just so crazy how, okay, let's just be honest. Let's be real. Maybe she don't care for Beyonce. What does that have to do with the fact that she should still be able to live out her dreams and be able to pursue herself artistically? It should never be that serious. Now, unless somebody is coming for your family, a lie that is just completely disgusting or whatever case may be, someone making a diss song, you know what I mean? Like that completely ruins their career. Come on, y'all. That's crazy. Like her, she doesn't get enough play. Yeah, a lot of people like her. She plays instruments. She's an actual musician. I only like Turning Me On. I Get My Life to that song. So Carrie's not even writing anymore either. I don't know, but it seemed like whatever happened, it took a toll on her. I saw her in interviews and stuff like that with her crying, and it took a toll on her. So my gut would say that she took a hit, not just being an artist, but also being behind the scenes. Maybe a lot of people were told or didn't want to mess with her because of that. Again, like you say, and like people are saying, if you're dealing with that gatekeeper mentality, gatekeepers, sorry, you guys, gatekeepers will shut people out. And maybe she got shut out in all areas. They say Beyonce and Jay were the ones who ended Blue Contrails career, allegedly. There's a lot of allegedlys out there. And that's why I feel like there were so many people from yesterday to today. I was like, well, damn. A lot of people are feeling that she snubbed Usher. And I was like, wait a minute. You had a lot of people saying, well, could Usher have his shot? And I said, okay, well, maybe there's a shift. And people are starting to see what allegedly has been going on for years. I was like, wait a minute. Maybe people are starting to open up their eyes. But like I said, in my opinion, it just wasn't Usher. It was Taylor too. In my opinion, she coming for Taylor. She a little jealous of Taylor. Because Taylor, at the end of the day, she doesn't come off as a try hard. She ain't got to do the gimmicks of the different type of marketing. She just announced her album and her people show up. In fact, when she dropped that movie and the number she did for that movie, and the fact that when the pre-sales for that movie, they had to actually change the date to a Hollywood blockbuster movie or something like that because her movie was coming out, I said, damn, Taylor Swift fans don't play. They had to literally switch a date of a Hollywood movie because of the pre-sales and when Taylor was going to drop her movie. I believe that it was out there that they had to do something. That's crazy. That is crazy. You know what I mean? She definitely, and you don't, at least I don't know. Now I know Shayla, you're a Swiftie. I don't see her constantly popping up, and maybe it's because of my preference in music, but I don't see her fans doing the things that Beyonce fans do. You know what I'm saying? I don't, I count one hit only. I heard that rumor too, Nene. Yeah, it's a lot of rumors and allegedly's going on. Well, she was supposed to be the one that got away, hence Blue Ivy's name. Child, and they let the internet again, but you don't let the internet control you. They said that. They also said the name represents something else. Child, I don't know. But I don't talk about the kids, because one thing about me, all kids are precious for me. So, but yeah, that was a rumor too. Yeah, Pretty Girl Rock. Now my girl is just beaming in the Beamer, just beaming. Hollywood is like high school for the popular kids running there. Yeah, it really is. It really is. Unless Jay got that repo too. Um, yes, Knock You Down was a hit. Don't Hate Me Cause I'm Beautiful. Yeah, Pretty Girl Rock. Yeah, she has some hits. I like Kanye part Nene. I ain't counting that one. It's sad to me because to me, two great musicians can exist at the same time. And the thing is, they've been doing that for quite some time. It's only, look, compared to the music industry that I remember growing up, you really only have three women who have been able, I guess, to be considered the it girls. As far as Black women, it's only Beyonce. Okay, as far as the singing girls are concerned, there's only Beyonce. No other Black women are literally being considered the top of their game. You have Taylor Swift, and when you think about the ones who actually sing and entertain and dance, is really Beyonce and Taylor Swift. Adele is just strictly a singer, but she has dominated, and she sells about 20 million every time she comes out. But when you really look at it, it's only been Beyonce and Taylor Swift. When I was growing up, you had everybody, and you didn't know who was going to win in what category, because all of them were in the same category. But yeah, it's only been Beyonce and Taylor Swift. And now at this point, it seems like the only person that is in Beyonce's way to get her album of the year would be Taylor Swift. But interesting enough, they're coming out around the same time, which means I'm going to assume they will be in the same categories yet again. So I'm just saying, but I feel like that wasn't just a Usher snub, that was a Taylor Swift snub. And again, let the internet tell it. And what the rumors were is when Jay-Z said some of y'all shouldn't be in the category, allegedly that was shade to Taylor. That's what people were saying. Then all of a sudden this happens right after Taylor made her announcement on the Grammy stage. She made her announcement about her album on the Super Bowl stage. She's always about trying to one up people. That's her. Now, again, for some people in their mind, they think that's just great marketing, whatever. Some people are cutthroat. One thing I will say is it has given me a big eye opener with people. Like, for example, when Jay-Z took over the whole Super Bowl halftime, but he claimed he was supporting Colin Kaepernick. And then next thing you know, he said, we're done with kneeling. And he took that deal with the NFL. When I saw some people saying, I'm just happy he getting the check, even though he has multiple checks on top of checks, it starts to make me wonder, you saying that makes me want to side eye you, because are you the type of person and your morals and your integrity to do whatever you can to get your bag, no matter who it hurts? Because when you hear stuff like that, especially people you personally know, it makes you wonder, like, maybe you're rooting for these people because you will be willing to be cutthroat just like them, allegedly. Just saying. Adele is smart. She said, give me my eyeliner and a microphone and I'm good. Right. The best thing that ever happened for Beyonce was Rihanna becoming so interested in her businesses that she isn't making music. That was her only true competition. And guess what? You know why Rihanna was continuing, in my opinion, to be able to do her thing is because Beyonce's husband was the one who founded Rihanna, and she was a part of Roc Nation. If she wasn't a part of that circle, Rihanna, in my opinion, like a lot of people would say, would have never made it. The reason why is because Rihanna's success was bringing in coins to that household. But they've been saying for years also that Beyonce was doing everything she could to take away Rihanna's attention too. And rumor has it, Rihanna is kind of like done with the music industry. Like even her performance last year at the Super Bowl, to me, it came off like someone told her she had to perform. She did that performance and said, I'm out. Like to me, it didn't even seem like she really wanted to do it. She felt like she was obligated to do it, and she left and said, peace out. Peace out. Y'all too funny. Team Swifty. Jay-Z sold his too, but with the white label man allegedly. Not Team Swifty. Yeah, Shayla's a Swifty. She said that a long time ago. I remember her. She was like, I'm a Swifty. That banner that was in Miley's room, that was a Swifty banner. We got Bad Blood, Shayla. Wow. Bad Blood is my song. Not gonna lie, I might have a little Swifty in me. I mean, hey, but yeah, you guys. So we clearly see it. I mean, she wants to be able to put her face on here for Album of the Year. These are just some of the people who have won Album of the Year. Of course, Whitney has won. I want to say Lauryn Hill did win for Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I want to say she won album of the year that year. She wants it. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with being ambitious. I don't have an issue. Hell, I'm ambitious. We should all be ambitious. How you go about being ambitious and trying to reach your goals is always the issue. I'm not selling my soul for any of it. I'm just not. And the type of person I am, I can't watch and see someone being destroyed, you know what I mean, or being ruined because someone doesn't like this particular person or this particular artist. We're living in a sad world when it's that deep. We really are. We are truly living in a sad world when it's that deep and people feel like the only way to be able to conquer or to be able to win is to ruin. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. That's why I miss the old industry where there was probably there was definitely healthy competition, even subtle beefs. Y'all heard those stories about Michael Jackson and Prince back in the day, but were they able to still be successful in their lanes and in their worlds and do, you know what I'm saying, what they love to do? Absolutely. And that's the way it should be, which is why in the 80s, we had the best of the best. That was the time to be in the music industry or to watch the magic happen, because you can still have competition, maybe a little beef, but you're not willing to ruin someone just to be able to say you're number one. You know, and a lot of people may say Michael Jackson was more successful. Some people feel like Prince was the better artist. And you know, the beauty of it is you can have those type of agreements, disagreements, but no, both of them were undeniably the best of the best. And to see both of them in action at the same time, there was no other time like it. No other time like it. And when was the last time we had that type of moment? The 80s. The 80s. That's just what it is. Meaning we all do. all got a little Swifty in us. I think we all got a little Swifty in us. I think we all got a little, like, I'm not a huge Beyonce fan. I wouldn't even say I'm a fan, but I'm not a fan of Taylor either. But I've heard Taylor songs and I've bopped to her songs. I've heard Beyonce songs. I've bopped to her songs. They all have something in their catalog that I've definitely danced to or grooved to, or, you know, was able to, you know, sing a song. You know, I think we all have that experience. Is it a bop? And Shayla, I equally like Prince and Michael. Yeah, and it was an amazing time to be able to witness that type of greatness, both of them in one at the same time, both of them at the Grammys at the same time. That was magical. We will never see that, and we will never see the industry like that again, ever. 22 and You Belong to Me will always have me performing live. But yeah, Cowboy Gunica, really? I read Monica doing a country album this year too. Yeah, and K Michelle. So don't y'all, okay, see, here we go. K Michelle has been trying to get into country music. Monica is apparently trying to get into country music. And then all of a sudden, Beyonce drops that she's doing a country album on the Super Bowl marketing stage. Y'all think that's a coincidence? I don't think anything that Beyonce and Jay-Z do are just a coincidence. In my opinion, they're very calculated. She probably knew this and said, oh no, I'm about to one up all of these hoes. You know what I mean? Like, this is why you have people saying, did she snub Usher? Because it's not like people haven't said this before. This has been going on for years. Child, I do a mean rendition of Wildest Dream on karaoke. Y'all a mess. I swear y'all be having me crack up. Yeah, and you be cracking us up too. I gotta watch me drinking water and stuff when y'all be typing, because I'll be like, child, I don't know what y'all gonna say. But with that being said, you guys, look, that's my opinion on the situation. Is Beyonce slightly jealous of Taylor Swift? Yeah. Yeah. Is she coming for Taylor Swift? Yeah, my opinion. Possibly. Yep. Is she gonna succeed by coming at Taylor? Now that I don't know, because Taylor's fan base and what she does as far as talent wise, I don't know if Beyonce is going to be able to do anything when it comes to that. I'm just saying. But it's a sad situation that both of them can't just truly do their thing and genuinely respect each other. Now, for all we know, Taylor don't have no issue with Beyonce. Now, here's the problem though. I don't know who Taylor Swift is behind the scenes. She may be cutthroat too. The problem is the alleged cutthroat stuff and the one that's always being seen as someone trying to take someone down isn't Taylor. So, but I don't know. But Taylor seems to be very about her business, her music, from my understanding, when it comes to even her Russian, she takes pictures with the kids and stuff. I haven't heard anything bad about Taylor Swift, and I'm just being honest. And maybe because she's not of my generation, nor is she in the genre. And didn't Taylor Swift start off as a country artist too? Didn't she start off country? I think I want to say she started off country. I'm game. Y'all crazy. Taylor fan base took down Ticketmaster. They sure the hell did. They took down freaking the movie scene too. Her fans is like, but the thing is, it seems like her fans are very quiet, but they talk by putting money behind her. That's how Taylor Swift fans talk. I haven't seen a lot of Taylor Swift fans going crazy on people who don't like Taylor Swift. Their talking is supporting her financially. That's the way it comes off to me. That's going to be the name of country album. I'm Coming to America voice. Hell yeah, Shayla, let's make it a party. Y'all hilarious. Hell, I will bring y'all a mess. Yes, she was yeah, I thought so. I thought Taylor Swift was in country. Child. What's next, Beyonce? You gonna do a country album? What's next? Was Renaissance, this first Renaissance, considered techno or dance alternative? What genre has she not checked? She probably gonna do a rap album next. Watch, she gonna do a rap album with her man, her husband. She trying to hit every genre she can, as much as she can, so she can get, if she can't get album of the year, she gonna sit up there and try to grab every single genre trophy she can. Now, do y'all think Beyonce is ever going to win album of the year? Now, clearly, I showed you guys the link of somebody saying when she won the most Grammys ever, that DJ said they bought that. Y'all saw it. Do you think she will win album of the year. Child, classical album. Swiftie fans are mostly white, so is Capital. Yeah, you got a point there. Or child, classical. Yeah. Hey, Lady February, my fellow Cali girl. We almost wrapping it up though, sis. So replay gang. Isn't that what they did with the Carter child? No, but she can try. Julie said no, but she can try to win it. I don't think she will win album of the year. Yep, Act 3 will be a full rap album with the Barbs, and Hive will have issues, and that will be good. Oh, the Barbs versus the Hive. Now that's scary. That is scary, baby. The Barbs versus the Hive. Whoo. I mean, and anything is possible because at one point Nicki and Megan was doing a song together. So, child, you just never know nowadays. Well, Trina did say she's the greatest female. Child, and you see Trina got ate up by saying that. Anything for again, you know why people randomly say that stuff? Because in their minds, and I'm gonna say allegedly, if they're gatekeepers, people say that stuff hoping they will get through the gate. How the hell are you a rapper, Trina, and you saying that someone who literally is not known to be a rapper saying she's the best rapper? Because you trying to get opportunities. You're trying to get opportunities. But to me, the more and more stuff comes out, the more and more what Cat Williams says keeps standing out more and more, which is why I had to get those clips. He said, don't say, put people on to be just as successful as you. Don't say, and then if you don't say that there aren't gatekeepers out there. And he made a valid point. I mean, Beyonce says she is trained in opera. Trained in opera? Really? She said that? I think the bars will take it. Child, girl, that would be a moment. And I would probably have to do it live every single day with that. Seriously. There's a saying when Aoty stole Swiss Beats, Karma took her vocals for stealing that man from his wife. Yeah, I've heard people say that. They say that was instant karma because once she married him and got with him, her career, we didn't hear from Alicia after that. I mean, it's just being real. Like we didn't, we did not. So no, Trina. Yeah, I ain't seen Trina in about 15, 20 years. Right. So yeah, you guys, but that's my opinion. I really hope that we are going to get to the point in 2024 and beyond that we can have healthy dialogue. I'm sure somebody in the crew that follows is a Beyonce fan. I would love to hear your opinion on it, just as long as it's respectful. It ain't gotta be FUB. Beyonce is my God. Beyonce, I worship her. She's Queen Mother. I ain't got time for that. We can be adults. Adult conversation. Explain to me why you may agree or disagree in a situation. But this is my observation of what I've seen and what I have heard allegedly that has been going on throughout the years. I am not the only one saying this. There are plenty of YouTube pages who have been talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z and the things that they have been doing for years. Hell, other celebrities have said stuff about them, the ones who aren't afraid to say it, like 50 Cent. Cause he ain't scared of no damn body. He ain't scared of when I tell you 50 Cent, he is truly like, today I got time, cuz he don't care. He don't care. And to me, that comes off as the ultimate freedom. Like, I'm still gonna make my money and I'm gonna say what the hell I want to say, and who gonna check me, boo? That is 50 Cent, that is Cat Williams. They have been able to maintain their success, but still be truthful in how they feel about the situation. That's power to me. That is power. Hey, Bobby. Hope all is well. But yeah, you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this live. Yeah, it's given a lot. But I will say this on a positive note, Usher, in my opinion, did his thing. He did his thing. And I really hope that he walks away from that situation and knowing that he gave it his all. He had a great show, but unfortunately, there are already news articles out there saying that the Super Bowl was about Beyonce and Taylor Swift and saying, sorry, Usher. So you literally have people already just like acting as if Usher did not just give an amazing performance. And that's screwed up. That man has been in this business since 93, 94. Let him have his moment. He's earned it. He's also gotten snubbed at the Grammys. He should have won Album of the Year for Confessions. The man continues, though, to keep it moving. And hey, it should have been his moment last night, but it seems like the two ladies, Beyonce and Taylor Swift, took all the attention away from Usher. And that's just crazy. Hey, will Jay-Z or Beyonce be next on Club Shay Shay? Hell nah. Hell nah. Maybe Jay-Z, but Beyonce? No. When was the last time Beyonce did an interview? 50 Cent may have the last laugh. 50 Cent to me, and I'd say 50 Cent and Cat Williams will have the last laugh. Not only, and I'm not saying the last laugh as far as money. I'm saying the last laugh as far as keeping their sanity, keeping their moral compass and integrity, and still be able to do what they love and make millions off of it. To me, that's always the last laugh. And be able to have a guilt-free conscience about truly being able to help other people, put people on, and still be successful. Because I think what people fail to realize is that we are placed on this earth to uplift and help others. We're really not placed on this earth just to be about ourselves. We are placed on this earth to truly help and uplift others and be an example, a great example. You know what I'm saying? Like a great, and I know for some who may not believe, but I'm just going to put my beliefs out there. We're supposed to be a great example of God representation. We're supposed to rep God in the situation. Like Cat Williams said, I represent God in the situation. I do what God tells me to do with all what he has blessed me with. We are supposed to be there and be a vessel for God to help others. And if you're not doing that, I don't know how happy eventually you're going to be. You may seem like you're happy at a certain point, but this is why you have all of these people who claim they've gotten the world and lost their soul, and now they're unhappy. They're unhappy because they did everything they did for them and they've gained the world, but they've lost their soul. And then you wonder why we have people who seem to have had all the material things in the world, but they were unhappy and they've unalived themselves or different things like that because they weren't doing God's purpose and God's will. God will give you a talent, but your talent is supposed to be there to help others, not to just be about yourself. I'm just saying. So with that being said, you guys, my guests are going back and forth and I want to see Mike on there. Club Shay Shay has gotten messy. Child, I think we can talk about that another day on a WTF Weekly. I don't think Mike Epps wants that smoke with Shannon. And just to end this, I don't really see what the big deal is. It's just amazing how this man has all of a sudden found this, niche of being able to bring these people on and hit these numbers. And now all hell breaks loose. Shannon was unproblematic. People didn't have a problem with Shannon. Now all of a sudden everybody got a problem with Shannon. But with that being said, you guys, on that note, I just want to end with saying this. At the end of the day, we are supposed to be here. We are placed on this earth to help others. We are placed on this earth to uplift others and be an example and bring other people along our journey to be able to put them on, like Cat Williams said. And if you're not doing that, then what is your freaking purpose? What is your purpose? So on that note, you guys, there is no I in team, but there, you know what? There is no I in team, but there's two in Nene. I'm out for self joking. You know, the sad thing is though, Nene, there are a lot of people who do honestly think that way. They're out for sales and they will do anything to make sure that they stay on top, even if it hurts other people and other families. I just personally can't get down like that because I know that there is a higher power out there that I serve and I know what he wants me to do. And I just wouldn't be able to live with myself. But some people don't have no problem. They don't. You know what I mean? They don't. So they are just mad because Shay Come Up Shay got on YouTube podcast streets on fire right now. Yeah. And it's sad. It's sad that when people gain success, that people just get so upset and bitter. And Shannon Sharp has been unproblematic. I could see if he was a snake in the grass. I haven't heard that, but he's not. Like people who truly have been good people and they have been unproblematic and they finally find their lane, we should be nothing but ecstatic and happy for them. You know, especially good people. I can see if you don't like the bad people winning, but at the end of the day, like Shannon, he had to leave with the Skip Bayless situation and he found his own lane. And the man is making money and almost has 3 million followers. Gotta congratulate him on that. My father was like that. He was all about me, me, me. Yeah. Yeah. And you notice sometimes people who are all about me, 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 sometimes they be having the most kids, unfortunately. Shout out to everyone in the room for popping in. Love y'all. Yes. Thank you. And thank you to my moderator / brother. Yes, everyone, thank you guys for coming to listen to what I have to say. Hit the like button. Definitely, show, your love to the channel. Just hit the like button. And for those who may not like what I said, but at the end of the day, if you hit the thumbs down, you still saw my video. I would prefer, though, that we can have some dialogue. And if you don't agree with me, please tell me why. Tell me why in the comments. The comment section is available. So with that being said, you guys, love you so much. Thank you guys for joining me late tonight to talk about this. And I will see you on my next video. Toodles.